Picture this. You're in a relationship. At first, it's perfect. They make you feel good. You're showing them off to all of your friends, and you're convinced this is the one. But then things change. They let you down. You catch them acting shady. One day, you toss them out of your life, maybe for someone newer, flashier, or hotter. Wait, was I talking about your last ex? Or the last pair of sneakers you bought? Exactly. Studying consumer behavior is basically studying relationships with brands. We fall in love with them, we obsess over them, sometimes we ghost them, and sometimes we go back even when we said we're done. So here's our theme for today. Consumer behavior is dating, just with brands. And once you see it this way, the whole topic gets a lot more fun. And honestly, it's way more relatable. Chapter 1. Understanding consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is just a fancy way of saying the decisions people make when buying, using, and getting rid of stuff. But if we translate that into relationship language, it's really about how we date brands. There is the acquisition. This is the process of buying or gaining access to a product. Think of this as the first date. Maybe you saw Starbucks on Instagram, looking good with that seasonal pumpkin spice latte glow up. Maybe a friend said, "Oh God, you have to try this place." You take the chance and you swipe right. That's acquisition. But just like in dating, the first impression matters. A bad ad, a messy store, or an awkward sales pitch. That's the equivalent of someone showing up late, chewing with their mouth open, or talking about their ex. Usage is when you're in the relationship. This is the honeymoon phase. This is when you're obsessed with your new sneakers or when you buy that new iPhone and show it off. Just like you got engaged. You post pictures, you gush to your friends, you say things like, "This brand just really gets me." Of course, the honeymoon doesn't last forever. Sometimes you realize that that thing you loved isn't as perfect as you thought. Maybe the shoes give you blisters, or the battery on your iPhone mysteriously drops from 100% to 2% in one afternoon. That's when the relationship gets tested. Disposition is the breakup, and oh, the ways we break up with brands. Sometimes it's clean. You just sell your stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes it's pretty petty. You shove it in the closet and ignore it like it's an ex's hoodie you don't want to deal with. Sometimes it's dramatic. You throw it in the trash and swear you're done forever. But here's the catch. One person's breakup is another person's new love, just like how people rebound in dating. Entire markets are built around resale. Think about thrift stores, Poshmark, or sneaker trading apps. Your breakup fuels someone else's honeymoon. Now here's why it's complicated. Consumer behavior isn't just about one person. Are you buying a car? It's not just your decision. Suddenly your parents, your friends, YouTube reviewers, TikTok creators, and that one uncle who knows cars all have a say. It's like a group date where everyone thinks their opinion matters. And decisions aren't simple either. It's not just, do I buy this? It's, why do I want it? Is it love or lust? How do I want it? Payday, holiday sale, 2 a.m. sadness. Where should I buy it? Target, Amazon, some sketchy Instagram link? How much will I spend? Am I splurging or am I pretending I'm not broke? Here's the truth. Emotions drive all of it. We literally use brands as emotional support partners. Heartbroken? Hello, Ben & Jerry's. Stressed? Time for a Target run. Feeling yourself? Time for new shoes. Think about Apple. Every September, people line up like it's a toxic relationship. This year, it's different. It's never different. It's the same phone, slightly shinier, slightly faster, but we keep coming and crawling back to it. Apple is the X that we just can't quit. Chapter 2, Motivation, Ability, and Opportunity. Now let's talk about why we even fall for brands in the first place. This is where motivation, ability, and opportunity come in. Part 1 is motivation, or why we swipe right. The inner state of energy that pushes us towards a goal. It's why you wake up and say, I need Starbucks today, or I will collapse. Motivation comes in different forms of involvement. There's enduring involvement, the long-term relationship, that ride or die, like Nike fans. These are people who are literally tattoo the swoosh on their leg. Situation involvement. This is the fling, buying an umbrella in a thunderstorm. You don't love umbrellas, but you just needed one right now. Cognitive involvement. This is the overthinker, the person reading 400 reviews before buying a laptop. Guilty. You're basically writing a dissertation. Affective involvement. These are pure feelings, buying Taylor Swift merch and crying about it later. Part 2, our needs. What are we really looking for in a partner? We have functional needs like, I need a car that runs. That's stability, security, and someone dependable. Symbolic needs. I need a car that makes me look cool. It's about status, image, and impressing the in-laws. Then there's hedonistic needs. I need a car that makes me feel alive, blasting music with top down. That's all about pleasure and excitement and fun. But here's the problem. That's something we call needs conflict. Approach avoidance. I want Taco Bell, but I also don't want to regret it in the morning. Then you have approach. Netflix or TikTok. Both are calling my name. Then you have avoidance. Either do homework or do laundry. Either way, I lose. Marketers know this, and they play on it. Taco Bell literally advertises knowing you're torn between craving and regret. Netflix autoplays the next episode because they know you're torn between sleeping and binging. Now, part 3, the ability to actually do it. Can you afford dinner? You can want someone all you want, but if you can't afford the date, it's not happening. Brands work in the same way. Financial resources matter. I want another $3,000 Gibson Les Paul, but my bank account says I can go shopping at a pawn shop. Yeah, that's a big mismatch. Cognitive resources matter too. If you don't know how a product works, you might not feel able to buy it. That's why tech companies simplify ads to make you feel smart enough to join the relationship. Emotional resources matter. You may love shopping, but if you're mentally drained, you won't pull the trigger. It's like dating after a breakup. You could go on Bumble and find your next love, but do you have the emotional bandwidth for the chaos or running into a serial killer? Probably not. The last piece is opportunity. Even if you're motivated and able, do you have a chance to make this work? For example, you have time. We're nonstop these days and we're always too busy. Then there's the next distraction. TikTok lures you into a rabbit hole of ads and product pages. We all have shiny object syndrome now. Information overload. There are so many options where you just freeze and you don't know what to do. Streaming services are the best example. Motivation, you want content. Ability, you can probably afford one subscription. The opportunity, do you even have time to binge 12 shows on Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, Prime? It's like trying to date 4 people at once. It's technically possible, but is it practical? Good luck. So here's the bottom line. Consumer behavior is dating, but with brands. We fall in love with them, we obsess over them, we ghost them, we rebound, and eventually we break up. And just like in real dating, some relationships are worth it, and some just leave us with buyer's remorse. So next time you're about to impulse buy, stop and ask yourself, am I entering a healthy brand relationship, or am I about to text my friends and say, I made a mistake? Good luck, and I'll see you in the discussion boards.